observatory, here I come. Located in the southwest of Shanghai, Sheshan Mountain is the highest point of the city, and today I'm going to explore something very special. It took me about 40 minutes on my motorcycle to arrive at the location. And there it is, the Sheshan Mountain, home to the first modern observatory in China and Basilica in Shanghai. So I've just arrived at the foot of the mountain, the supposedly only mountain here in Shanghai. And I'm about to climb up these flights of stairs to get up to the top of the mountain. Climbing these steps wasn't easy, but I was determined to explore the rich history of this place. It doesn't look busy today. There are quite a number of people here, but it's not busy. And at the entrance, at this square, there is this nice pagoda sort of structure here. Gives you the vibe of being in Asia. Let's continue our tour. Everything here so far is written in Chinese characters. But let's go up there. So all the interesting places I want to visit are to my left. So that's the Sheshan Astronomical Museum, the Seismo Station, and the Sheshan Basilica. So I'm gonna go up. It's all staircases, there's no escalator or anything like that. Today is quite sunny here in Shanghai. It's a good day to travel. There's a hotel that was built on an old quarry site, which is not too far from this area, and this is a place that I want to visit very soon, so watch out for the video coming up. There's a place out here where you can sit and take a rest, but I'm not tired yet, so I'm just gonna keep going upstairs till I get to where I want to get to. First of all, I want to check out the observatory. This has been here for so many years. It's got a lot of history behind it. It was recently renovated about 1.5 years ago. The museum and the actual Cosmos photography instruments are actually on display, and they're actually still being used. So I'm just gonna go up there and take a look at it. Look at how high we are right now. We're right in the middle of the forest. I'm at the foot of the observatory building, which is up there. So the Sheshan Mountain is 118 meters high, and on top of it are the old observatory and basilica. I'm just gonna get a ticket here now. The entry ticket costs 12 yuan, which is about $1.6 US, which I thought was affordable. So just got my ticket, got it scanned, and now I have access to the museum proper. There's a lot of bamboo around here, and if you look around, yeah, looks like I chose to come on a good day. This place was set up by the Catholic missionaries from France. It kind of has this European vibe, the architecture at least, that has been kept for all these years. This is the entrance. The entrance has a lot to introduce the museum. Just note that all the writings are in only Chinese and French language. There didn't seem to be a tour guide service available either. Everything is in French, no English, unfortunately. I can't understand anything. Going upstairs now. The first exhibition room had more introductory material to read, but still in French and Chinese. As I couldn't read either language, I looked at pictures and moved on with my tour. read French, but this looks like observation records, maybe weather or astronomical observation records. For those who speak French, if you can see what's happening here, let us know what this thing is about. But I can see a year here, so that's 12 December 1936. Wow, that was a really long time ago. Also on display were models of the buildings that have stood the test of time. So that's a picture of the telescope that I'll be taking a look in a few minutes. Pictures of the moon taken at different stages were on display as well. This particular one had a bigger frame, giving it some significance, probably the brightest shot of the moon taken from here. This century-old piano, probably used by the missionaries, is part of the history of this place. Get a nice fireplace here. A very, very European vibe is what you see when you come here. And all the equipment that were used by the explorers and the astronomers when they were here. You got some local Chinese, most likely astronomers, who also worked here and helped with the development of this place and the exploration of the cosmos through photography. There were lots of other machines and artifacts on display, adding to the rich history that this place has to offer. It was surreal seeing them. This picture gives the impression of the use and importance of the telescope that we'll see very soon. These grandfather clocks and other communication equipment just brought a feeling of going back in time. This screen on the roof showed the animal constellations in the sky. Which animal are you in the zodiac? Leave a comment. The architecture here is really beautiful. You got this circular sort of corridor that you go around of, and I'm sure right now I'm really close to the largest telescope, the first ever telescope that was built here in Shanghai in China. Just have to go up these stairs to get to the telescope. There it is, the first modern telescope in China. This is where the astronomer would sit and gaze into the skies and take some pictures to try to understand the universe better. So this is the chair. This is the chair on which the astrologist will sit and gaze into the universe, into the skies, to take pictures of the moon and other things that they want to see. This dates back to the early 1900s and is still being used right now in Shanghai. So from time to time, the astrologists come here and they take photos of the moon and other parts of the universe. That's really, really cool to see that this thing was installed about 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago, and is still being used today. I would say that's some really nice preservation, and I'm glad to be able to have seen it. That's really awesome. So this upper dome, top dome, if you look down on this on the floor, you can see these rails. So the whole seating assembly can be moved around, and the top dome can be spun around to open it and to position that top part, open it to give access to the skies. It's really nice to see that this place has been preserved for all these years for us to come and have a look as well. That's really awesome. So I've just come outside the dome that is housing the largest old telescope here in China, and I'm standing right now on the top floor just outside the dome, and as you can see, it's a metallic dome that opens up for the astronomers to be able to take those photos of the universe. There are other experimental domes there as well, but this one is the main one that holds a lot of history, and this has been here since the 1930s. Really, really impressive. And they being Catholic missionaries from France, they also set up this church, this beautiful church, which is one of the churches that is in China. So contrary to what many people might think, that there is no religious freedom in China, actually it's not just any sort of religious activity that is allowed, but certain religious missions or sects or denominations are allowed, and the Catholic Church is one, and this is one of the few Catholic churches that are in Shanghai. There are quite a few here. We'll be going down there to take a look at the church as well, so stay with me. We're gonna go up here on this staircase to get to the top. And from here, the church already looks very beautiful. According to history, the Basilica of Holy Mary, Help of Christians, was built from 1871 to 1873. The original church was then destroyed and rebuilt to the current one from 1924 to 1935. So this is a Catholic church located here in Songjiang district. They actually have church services here. I don't know the times, but yeah, they do have. The church is actually still in use here in Shanghai. So if you didn't know and you live close by here and you are a churchgoer or a Catholic, just know that there's a church here that actually has services for people. As you can see, it's just as magnificent as any church you will see in any other country, maybe in Rome or Europe or any other country where Christianity is practiced.
I can see you far and wide across the...
Now I'm just going to go inside the church and show you how the interior looks like. It's just as amazing, I suppose. So let's go in.
In your presence, I am free.
This is certainly a beautiful church, and it's more beautiful that it has been maintained in pristine condition to this day. Standing in this church might make you think you are in Rome. After some quiet time, I began my journey out as they were about closing the gates. I'm back at where I started this tour this afternoon. It's getting dark here and I've explored everything that I wanted to see here. I'm just gonna head out of this conservation area and tourist area. I hope you enjoy this trip with me, and I hope you learned something about Shanghai today. If you want to see more of these videos or such videos with more informative and educative content about China and Shanghai, do subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the videos so others can see it. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Till I see you in the next video, guys. Peace.